Something I always said, PlayStation fanboys should focus on what's going on with PlayStation and stop focusing on Starfield and Xbox and what's happening with Xbox. Focus on your own house. Of course, this whole Insomniac breach, all of this information has leaked out, gameplay of Wolverine. It's crazy. People are playing Wolverine on PC right now, and it's pretty crazy out there. But it seems like PlayStation knew they had to come out with something positive. Yeah, they go out there the next day and say PlayStation 5 is at 50 million consoles sold.
We do not care.
And just like clockwork, the PlayStation fanboys start praising it, talking mad shit. Yo, yeah, they're outselling the Xbox 3-1, and yeah, you Xbox dudes are down bad. But these guys refuse to pay attention. These guys refuse to really look at the issues that's being presented with PlayStation. Look, man, Sean Layden said in 2020, the problem with that model is just not sustainable. Of course, the model he's talking about are AAA games, huge AAA games. Sean Layden said the games may have to be shorter or cost more. He explained that current generation development costs reach between 80 million and 150 million, excluding marketing costs, for AAA games, with the work taking up to 5 years to complete. Furthermore, AAA budgets have historically doubled each generation, meaning the PS5 development budgets could hit 300 million. I don't think that in the next generation you can take those numbers and multiply them by 2 and think you can grow, he added. I think the industry as a whole needs to sit back and go, all right, what are we building? What's the audience's expectations? What is the best way to get our story across and say what we need to say? Of course, we heard Spider-Man 2 cost $315 million to develop. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I understand Spider-Man is going to sell well, but a single player only game costing $315 million. No microtransactions, no reason for players to go back to the game. I don't give a shit about some punk ass uniforms, some skins. That stuff is not going to really push the needle. That's not sustainable. Sean Layden said it in 2020. Jim Ryan wanted to do 12 games as a service. 12 games as a service. Of course, some of those games have been canceled now, and PlayStation fanboys celebrated because PlayStation is moving back to doing single player only games. But is that good for business, gentlemen, ladies? Is that good for business? No, it's not good for business. If it was good for business, they wouldn't have tried to do games as a service in the first damn place. So let's be honest here. PlayStation's model of the PS4 generation with single player only portfolio, depending on third party for their multiplayer fix, has come back to bite them in the ass. They have no first party multiplayer games. They're trying to build some now, but who knows if those games are going to work. And what's so unfortunate about this whole situation, because PlayStation, they're spending a lot of money, guys. They're making a lot of money. They are. The revenue is great, but the profit isn't as big as it should be. They're about to lay off some more people. They're about to lay off some people from Insomniac. Of all studios, Insomniac?
Why? I want to know why.
The studio that has single-handedly put out more games for PlayStation 5 than any other studio, you're going to lay people off from that studio? Kotaku reported on files from the Insomniac hack, pointing to as many as 50 to 75 layoffs at the Spider-Man 2 studio as Sony cuts back. Now, Bloomberg reports Insomniac scheduled a meeting for Thursday to discuss potential layoffs before later canceling it until after the holidays. Well, damn, thank you for canceling it until after the holidays. How terrible is that? I'm just trying to say this, man. When Sean Layden said what he said back in 2020, When Jim Ryan tried to make 12 games as a service, buying Bungie, which seems like a terrible purchase, Bungie is just $3.5 billion worth of shit. They're doing nothing. They've did nothing. And what's going on with Bungie? So it's unfortunate what's happening with AAA game development. Look, as an Xbox fan, I can say Xbox, they're definitely still making AAA games, but they have a nice, diverse lineup. They have some AAA games. They have some AA games like a Hi-Fi Rush. They have games like Halo Infinite that had a campaign as well as a multiplayer, and they continue to drop more and more content for multiplayer. So you can say what you want to say about Xbox, but they put themselves in a position where they do have a great service like Xbox Gamepass that's bringing in minimum $300 million a month towards, AAA game development. They have games as a service like the Sea of Thieves. Grounded has a lot of content. Like I said, Halo Infinite. Now they have ABK. They have Call of Duty. They have Fallout 76 with Bethesda. They have Diablo. They have a lot of games that has microtransactions, some games with some extra income coming in, while PlayStation just doesn't have that first party.
Tough break, nigga.
Spider-Man costing $315 million is bananas. Absolutely crazy. And because of the super expensive AAA games that Sony is making, PlayStation reportedly planning on selling games in parts for $50 each, raising overall prices to $80 to $100. Sony is planning to release Spider-Man 3 in 3 parts, 2 parts for the main game and with the multiplayer separately, for a grand total of $150.
This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Now, we know PlayStation fanboys, they will love this. They will love everything that PlayStation does. But ladies and gentlemen, this is reality. This is reality. That word again, unsustainable. PlayStation doesn't have the capital to do this. They don't have the capital to continue to make single player only games, their entire portfolio being single player only games. They just can't. They're making all of these Marvel games. Insomniac is making all of these Marvel titles. They're paying Disney a lot of money. Yes, these games are huge IPs. These games will sell well for a PlayStation. But you can't spend $300 on each one of them. And PlayStation knows that. So they're going to break these games up in separate parts. Look, man, I'm the type of guy, if a game is high quality, nice polish, 10 to 12 hours, okay, fine. But man, to break a game up in 3 different parts, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. They're already talking about Venom is going to be like a 6 to 8 hour experience in 2025. Wolverine, I guess, is going to be a full AAA game. Then we have these other games, this roadmap of these Insomniac Marvel titles. So what's going to happen? I don't know. But all I know is that the gaming industry, us as gamers, we got to do something. Even like a company like Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Mirage, I guess it was supposed to be a DLC, but they made it into a full game. The game was $50. You can tell the quality of that game isn't that of a Valhalla or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it is what it is. So I wish PlayStation luck, but let me tell you one thing before I go. You stupid ass PlayStation fanboys, you guys are absolutely unbelievable. I mentioned earlier in the video that these PlayStation fanboys refuse to address any of the issues that PlayStation is having. Some of them might have talked about the leaks, but most of them ignored the stuff about the budgets and how things are unsustainable. But they want to continue to talk about Starfield, the Red Dragon. Look, Bethesda bragged average players spend 40 hours in Starfield. Players are reporting stats are fake, and Xbox play stats are much higher than actual play time, happening across multiple games. Look at this shit. Look at this dude, man. PlayStation is literally fighting for their lives. And this guy's still talking about Starfield. He's not the only one. Of course he's not the only one. Porter Rock goes out there after Bethesda drops their engagement numbers. Porter Rock goes out there, no sales data, huh? Oh man, you still worried about that? Trust me, they won September NPD. Starfield did just fine, despite being on Game Pass. But you guys are worried about that. You need to be worried about what PlayStation, how they're going to survive. That's what you need to be worried about. They have the CFO running over PlayStation right now for a reason, to get those finances together. Console sales mean nothing, guys. Y'all can brag about 50 million this, 50 million that. They destroyed Xbox in 2023. Why is it that PlayStation profit isn't that great? Why is it that, hell, some people say Xbox is actually more profitable than PlayStation? PlayStation makes a lot of money. Like I said, they make a lot of money. They also spend a lot of money. Actually, they spend too much damn money. Unsustainable, y'all. Sean Layden tried to tell these people, they threw him out of the door. Jim Ryan tried to make more money for the company. He made some bad investments because to me, Bungie was a terrible investment. Threw his ass out. Now you PlayStation fanboys want to brag about console sales and still talk about Starfield and Xbox. Get over yourself. Shitheads. That's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. This is just the beginning. I think 2024 is going to be rough for PlayStation. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. Well, I don't know. I don't really hope I'm wrong because I want to talk shit to these dumbass PlayStation fanboys. But it's going to be rough, man. The future moving forward is going to be rough for PlayStation. So enjoy those console sales. That means shit. What is console sales doing for you, huh? Nothing. Look, I gotta go. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.